Here with Sheila Allen, an incumbent member of the Davis School Board who is seeking re-election and is also asking for the endorsement of the Yolo County Democratic Party. Sheila, if you could give us a brief summary of your background and qualifications for the position.
Yes. Well, I have experience, on-the-ground experience. I've been a Davis Joint Unified School District School Board member for almost 5 years now. In November, it will be the end of my 5th year. We extended our term by 1 year to help save the school district some money. And so with my election, then that will be 5 years that I have been actively involved and a part of the school board. While I was on the school board, I have not been just attending the regular school board meetings, but I've been very involved in a number of the subcommittees and as a liaison, and I can give you some examples of some of those. I've been very involved with the Davis Schools Foundation, with thinking about having a Davis Schools Foundation, serving as one of the official liaisons, and then helping with their campaigns over the last few years that they've been assisting with financing for the school district. I'm also a liaison for the Blue and White Foundation, and Gina and I, when we first got on the board, we had a subcommittee that we helped to look at and rewrite the policies for fundraising to make it so that community members could be more supportive of the school district, because it was quite restrictive at the time. I am also the liaison for the Farm to School Committee, and very supportive of their role in working with the school and with their, we have gardens at each of our schools, elementary, junior high, and high school, and also helped to write into the most recent parcel tax to increase the farm fresh fruits and vegetables for our students. So that's a real important group. I'm also on the policy subcommittee. Susan Lovenberg and I have single-handedly read every single word of every board policy and administrative regulation, and have also worked to get those posted online. So now we have updated, all of them are up to date with the legal ramifications as things change. So now, because the last time that they did a really big overhaul of the board policies was 1974, so it was time for us to really do that. And Susan and I both felt very strongly that we did not just want to accept the California School Board Association proposed administrative regulations and policies. We wanted to Davisize it. So we read every single word and worked with the staff and with community members to update every one of the policies. Those are I'm on the city 2x2, so I'm one of the school board representatives and been working with the city council members and staff to work with any issues that are joint for both of us. I was on, when I very first was elected, Jim Provenza and I helped to spearhead the Achievement Gap Task Force, and so Jim and I were the original members for that, and we were active members of the subcommittees on it also. And a particular area of interest for me is in early childhood education, and so I was on we divided into the younger group and the older group, and so I worked with that. So that's one of my concerns, is the achievement gap, and I think we'll talk about that in a little bit. I have 3 children that are in the Davis School District right now. They have grown since I first got on the school board. There's 2 at the high school and 1 at a junior high now, so I am an active member of the community. You can find me on the soccer field, the basketball court, the softball field, the grocery store. I am my kids are involved in music also, so I can go to all the music concerts. So I think it's really important when you have elected officials that you have access to them. So I don't mind at all people coming, talking with me and getting to know me and let me know what their concerns are. Before I was on the school board, I was a PTA president, so I knew about that governance of things, and I think PTA is very important. Another thing that Gina and I did when we first were on is that we brought together all of the presidents of the PTAs to my house. We had them over for a little bit of coffee and desserts, and talked about how much better the PTAs could work if they worked together. So they started something because of that initial boost. It's called the Parent Leadership, the PLG, Parent Leadership Group. And so this is a way for them to share resources, to share ideas, to share concerns, and kind of have their own separate little group. So that, and then they shared each other's emails and could increase their communication. So PTAs are another part of our, really important part and part of my background. I'm a nurse by training. I have a PhD in nursing and a master's in nursing and a bachelor's in nursing. I was working for the county in as the HIV program manager, but I was laid off from that position, and now I work a grand total of 3 hours a week for the county as the surveillance person. But that's really where my background and my love is in adolescent health and sexually transmitted diseases and those kind of things. I've been doing that since I was an undergraduate. I worked at a STD clinic, so I have a long history in that and in public health. I think that's enough for right now. I don't know, I could go on.